Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building an 1800s style house. This is a rich person house though. It's not like a normal person house in 1800. You'd be living in a house made of dirt if you lived in a normal person life in 1800. But this is a rich person house because I could not find a singular inspiration reference photo for anything but this. And so I built this. This also looks better in thumbnails, because I did try and make a grass house, like a sod house at one point. It was really bad. It was really bad. It is possible. It's really hard though. Those hobbit houses that people made in The Sims in early 2016. I'm probably the only one who knows what's happening right now. But that's kind of what I was trying to do, but I have no idea how to do roofs at all. I can do the basic stuff, but these people know how to do things. So they can do it, but I could not. So I just I go for the more rich person decade kind of thing. The more recent eras, it's easier to build decades related things in The Sims, but there is not things from the 1800s or 1800 in The Sims, because I'd say the people who want that, there's about 7 people, or I guess anybody who played the Decades Challenge is gonna want stuff from decades, but I think the Decades Challenge only goes back to 1900, which I have already done a house build of that, which is actually what inspired me to do this, because I got back from my vacation, and that is what I will be talking about today, but I got back from my vacation, checked my views, and that build had skyrocketed in views. It has 480-ish views right now, and about 250 of those are coming from the last month. Which is really crazy. I was not expecting that at all. I'm not sure why that build. It's always the ones that you do not, oh my god, I cannot say words. I'm a bit rusty. It's been a month since I've recorded a voiceover. It'll be fine. But that one's views went up, and it actually surpassed what my most popular build was for probably about 6 months now. Since I released it, my split level apartment has been the top viewed one on my channel for a very long time, and while I was on vacation it got passed, and it is now 60 views behind my 1900s build, which is really weird. I don't know why it got shown all of a sudden, because I released that video 9 months ago. It was one of the earliest videos that I ever made. It has no voiceover, it just has music, and it's probably sped up really badly. I had a lot of issues with that build too. You could probably watch that video, and you could see it, but it cut and it split everywhere. But it was so bad. But it's a good build, and a bunch of people are watching it, which I think is really funny, due to how badly of a quality of video it is. But that's really fun. But then also when you look at it, it goes 400 views, 420 views, 60, which is not a bad thing. 60 views is still a very lot of views, but it's just really, there's this stark difference right there, and you can definitely see it, which I just thought was fun. But as I've said, literally 8 times in this video so far, I went on vacation, and then I went to camp, so I've been gone for a very long period of time. And I pre-recorded the last 3 weeks worth of videos, and there was no voiceovers because I think I would have probably died trying to do that many voiceovers, because I was already running behind schedule trying to do it without voiceovers. So I didn't, and then, so you guys all missed me, I'd imagine? Probably not. I don't think, also, I've gotten 7 new subscribers while I was gone, which I think is also really cool. But we're gonna move past that. But those people do not probably know that I talk in my videos, because I can, they definitely were watching my newer videos, because not my own, or I guess the ones that I didn't have voiceovers before that. I'm gonna move on. But today's topic, I decided to stick with the old things. I've decided to pick the most boring topic for my first video about my vacation. We're gonna talk about antique shopping. I was plotting out my things. I was I could talk about antique shopping for an entire video, and I'm gonna. I only have 4 minutes to talk about it, because I've talked so much about whatever else I've talked about in this video so far, but I can make the video longer if I wanted to. But we went antique shopping 2 days in a row, because that's the kind of people we are, and it was a lot of fun. Love antique shopping. Mostly because I like looking at old stuff, especially the books. Because me and my friend's mom that we went and saw and like hung out with, we both like old books and are very obsessed at looking at old books. So that's what we did at those antique shops. Everyone else had like their different things, but we were in the book sections like the entire time we were there. And as I said, we did go there twice. We went there Wednesday, and we were there for like 3 hours. And then we went back the next day because we're that obsessed. But we hadn't gotten to all of the antique, it's an old district in the town that we went to. And so we went there, and we didn't get to all of them the first day, so obviously we had to go back the second day, which is all fun. And I got a lot of books. Because I did pay for them though, so that's all good. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. I'm just looking at the stack. I don't know if I counted those correctly, but if you want to count them while as I'm talking about them, you can. But I got 4 like books about lost civilizations, which I thought were really cool in this one like antique shop that was a 2-story one. And it was huge. It was huge. We literally spent like an hour in there, and we went there both days. Big one. Huge. Highly recommend, but I'm not going to say where it was because, that's not fun. But, if you ever see it, or if you ever come by one, if from my definition you recognize it, that's really fun. I doubt you will, though. But it had like this whole hallway of books. It didn't really have any, like, books any other places except for, like, a few, like, around the place. But as you go up to the second story, you go around, like, a corner, and there's a whole hallway just of books. That one had a lot more, like, newer stuff, because I think it was, like, a trinkets and antiques shop. So it definitely had some of the newer books. I don't exactly know when these books are from. They're, like, not, like, old, because they're in still pretty decent condition. So I'd say, like, literally, like, 90s, if that, like, it may have been after that. I can check, but that's a lot of work because I have a bunch of heavy books next to me, and I would probably end up dropping them, which would be really bad. So that's fun. We got that, and then at a different one, and this one, there was a dog. It was very cute. Didn't like people, though. It didn't like children. And as a child, it didn't like me, except it kept jumping on me, like, not in, like a harmful way, but it, like, hated all the children, and it kept, like, trying to, like nibble at me, but, like, not in, like, a bad way, but, like, everyone was like, don't let him do that, and then I sat down to look at books, and he full-on jumped in my lap and sat there, so it had mixed feelings about me. I guess that's because I'm not the child, definitely, like, I'm a teenager. But I have no idea, like, I'm still a child, but, like, it did not like the younger kids that we went with, like, at all, so, poor dog, but we got a National Parks book there, I think that was the only book we got there, but then we get into the fun stuff. I got a book from 1945, which is the kind of books that we're obsessed with, and it is, like, a complete works of Shakespeare. It's very cool. It has a very pretty cover. It's like a maroon color, and it's very worn away, but I think it's really cool. And on the inside of the front cover, it has like a full-on like note. I think it's a birthday note, but I haven't looked at it in a while. But I think it's a present note, like one of those, and it's in like full-on like old kind of like cursive. That's the word. And I thought that was really cool. I definitely like that part of the old books. It's really fun. And so I was definitely like, yeah, I need this Shakespeare book, and it's really pretty, so I may not read it because it probably will fall apart if I try and do that, but that's okay. Then, the next one, actually, I'm gonna skip 2 just to go on to the next one. Then I also bought another Shakespeare book. It's definitely in the other one, but it's Hamlet. But I have never read Hamlet that I'm aware of. Actually, I don't know. No, I have not. Never read Hamlet, but it's this book from also, I think, early 1940s again. Well, I guess 1945 is mid. I don't know. But it's like a school book, kind of, and it has, like, notes on the entire book, especially, like, the front and, like, the back of the book. It's got a lot of things. Like, it talks about, like, the characters in the book a lot. And then throughout the entire book, it just has, like, little notes throughout the book that, like, I cannot read that much, but it has, like, underlined things and then, like, little notes off the things. And I thought that was really fun. So I got it too. I think they were at different places though, but it's like a little book, but it's like Hamlet, so it's really fun. Definitely really like that one. And I swear I'm almost done. I have 2 more books that I'm going to talk about. I had 3 topics planned for this video. Really fun. But I also got a book that's also about history, and it's called like The Classical World, and it's literally just a huge history book. It says from Homer to Hadrian. I don't think I pronounced either of those things right, but that's okay. And it's just a history book. It literally is just a history book. It just teaches you about history. And I bought it. You know, that is a me thing to do. And then I also bought this book that I was kind of freaking out about because, well, freaking out is a strong word. I was not like full on like concert freaking out kind of person. I was like, oh, this is really cool, because I don't freak out. That's not really a thing I do. But it's Night. It's a book by this person who went to Auschwitz, and it's like his like autobiography, that's the word. And I had recently, like before then, watched like a full-on like documentary. It's a very old documentary, like 7 years ago or something, of this dude walking through Auschwitz. And I was like, that's really cool. I saw him talking about that. And so I did get that book too. So I got a lot of books. Definitely made the car ride home a bit like more full. But I was not the only one who got things that day. And I definitely did not get the most things in those trips. So it's fine. But I definitely got a lot of books. And it was a lot of fun. But I think that's about it that I'm going to talk about. I just talked about books for like 7 minutes, and I went on for way too long, but I can make the video as long or as short as I want, so it doesn't really matter how long I make the voiceover. I can do whatever I want. It's my video. So if you want to listen to me for 12 minutes, as you have right now, that is fine. But we are getting to the end of the video, or near the end of the video, so I guess subscribe if you did like me rambling about books. This is what I typically do, for those who, you know, missed the last 4 weeks of me talking. But I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!